kind of student were you in school? Would you put in the extra work for that A, or would you do enough to get by and a C was fine? Either way, you passed. Do you ever turn something in that you didn't get finished? Well, then you got an incomplete. If you got an incomplete, you had to make it up, and no matter how good it was, it would never be an A. Let's start with the party house problem in Thousand Palms and B Bar H Ranch. For years, residents have been complaining about the noise and disruption to their lives. We've been talking about it now for 7 months, and something is now going to happen. This will be presented at the Board of Supervisors meeting on Tuesday. There will be a temporary moratorium on new short-term rentals within the unincorporated county areas of Thousand Palms and B Bar H Ranch. It took a while. You might say that's A work. Good job, Manny Perez. Actually, we'll have to give you an incomplete because that talks about the future. What about now? Will you commit more money for code enforcement? Will you have a special sheriff's detail specifically assigned to this? It is incomplete. And remember, when or if you finish your assignment, you'll never get full credit. Now let's talk about the pot smell in Cathedral City. Kelly wrote us, what is happening with the smell from that facility? I've heard the company might build another one in the valley. Is the odor harmful to our health in the long term? City Council has enacted a moratorium on new cannabis plants for the foreseeable future. No more cannabis plants. You would think that would be A. Of course, that doesn't address the problem now, and residents say it still smells, so your work is incomplete. And remember, when or if you complete your assignment, you will never get full credit. When you look in the mirror, you're a happy person. You always want to walk around with a big smile on your face. Would you do anything to make yourself feel all warm and fuzzy? If you do, you should stop immediately because you could be destroying yourself. Research out of the University of Toronto shows that trying too hard to be happy actually might make you miserable. They found that actively pursuing happiness drains our mental energy. So if you want to make yourself happy, it may deplete your ability to do the kinds of things that make you happy. Our contributors tonight, the dynamic married duo of Jamie and Doug Baker. Okay, Jamie, it seems people who placed a higher value on seeking happiness reported worse self-control abilities. Why do you think that is?
I think people have tendency to just put too much expectations, just set the bar too high and try so hard. And that's when it's not going to work. Just find the simple things that make you happy. Like our cats zooming, that makes me happy.
That makes you happy? All right, Doug, what makes you happy?
I'm saddened to know that I don't make her happy, just the cats zooming apparently do. You know what makes me happy? And I think it's the biggest word we need to learn and really respect. I just like being content. I'm content with who I am. I'm content with what I have. I'm more than content with Jamie. Boy, when you got that, you're the happiest person in the world. You don't need to try to do more.
So then you would go with the flow, because instead of going with the flow, trying to make yourself feel differently makes you feel worse. In your life, Doug, have you ever been caught up in that cycle?
Yeah, I've had my share of unread self-improvement books that I've bought through the years, and tried to come up with some way to make sense of my life. But I've realized you can't. It's life. Go with the flow, as you said.
You know, the self-improvement industry rakes in $10 billion a year, promising to boost happiness, Jamie. With the money you spend on self-help services, be better spent on a vacation or maybe meditation or yoga classes?
But yeah, I mean, why do you want to read a book that somebody wrote? No, you can't. You have to find your own way to make yourself happy. And like he said, my loving husband, who makes me so happy, just we're happy.
You kind of missed the mark, Jamie. Too late. Too late.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. All right, now get this. Trying to be happy may hurt you, but getting angry, losing your mind, and swearing may actually help you. Here's the deal. Swearing apparently releases adrenaline and raises your heart rate, making you feel less pain. Okay, so if you happen to, cut off your hand, start shouting 4-letter words, and apparently it won't hurt as bad. All right, so here's the question. Doug, do you swear or do you swallow your pain?
I tend to swallow my pain, but you did explain to me why I've never seen Jamie in pain.
Okay, so Jamie, you're not adverse to, letting it fly once in a while.
Oh no, I mean, I have to admit. Okay, so I'm an immigrant. I came here legally when I was 12 years old. I learned English from the very beginning with alphabets. So learning English being my second language, and I also speak Spanish. When you're learning a foreign language, you have to start with the swear words first, because you certainly want to know if you're being sworn on. You know what I mean?
When you're learning a foreign language, you start with the swear words first.
You have to learn the bad words first. Yeah, that's how you start. And then so that you understand who you're talking to, what they're saying to you. And then, I mean, yes, I do swear at times.
Okay, casually or more aggressively?
Depends on
Only
what the
when she's
situation
right.
calls for. I believe that when you swear all the time, that doesn't work. You have to be eloquent, kind, and genuine. And when the situation calls for it, let it rip.
Okay. Doug, you don't swear, do you?
Very little, actually, but I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Makes me feel manly.
It does?
Oh, sure.
Okay. You're quite the handsome stud.